Social media addiction. I've made some notes today. I think a lot of people will like this video. I'm going to enjoy doing it. And it's last couple of days, where are we now? It's Monday. It's about 9 a.m. in the morning. So I think it was Saturday evening. I planned to watch the boxing, the Kell Brook-Terence Crawford fight. That was in America, so I was really excited about staying up to about 4 o'clock in the morning to watch the fight, which is something that I personally love doing, guys and girls. By the way, I appreciate all your support, and if you're new to the channel and you're someone that's passionate about, you know, building your confidence and getting over your anxieties, your social anxiety in general, then subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of experience as a current sufferer and someone who has faced a lot. I don't want to show off, I don't want to sound big-headed, but I've achieved quite a lot of success, especially several years ago. I've been through a lot. I've had highs and lows, I'm sure, like a lot of people have. Helped a lot of people around the world, you know, been a full-time professional teacher, and got a lot of experience to share and challenge myself with. And my main message to people, which has been from 2012 up until the present, 2020, we're almost in 2021, is to be honest about your fears and your anxieties. Have the courage. I know it's scary, it's hard at times, because you're worried about being judged. You don't know how people are going to react, and it feels really, you feel like you're in the spotlight. But my encouragement, if people want to, is to first admit their fears and their insecurities, whatever they are. Then find the courage to become fearless and face your fears on a practical level. So example, if you were scared to make a YouTube video, like this video today, but you really wanted to do it, then do it, face it, and be honest. Make the video and say to everyone, I'm scared to do this video, I'm nervous, but then do it. And by doing that, it's 100% guaranteed you're going to gain more self-confidence. And if you took that example into any aspect of life, like a fear of a job interview, if you admitted you had a fear of that and you didn't allow your own pride or your own ego to stop you from admitting that, and you went and faced it, you'd feel like a great person after, a much better man, much better woman. Another example, if you're scared to go on a date because of your social anxiety and you were very nervous, maybe it's your first time or you've come out of a breakup, then admit that. Say, I'm really nervous about going on first dates in case I get rejected or judged, or I don't know what to say, or it gets awkward, or in case it goes well, whatever the fear, and then go and do it. And if you do that, you'll see how your life will change. You'll see how you'll gain a lot more confidence. And that's my story. That's what I did in 2012. Well, I did it a bit before that, but obviously no one knew who I was. Well, my friends and family, but people on YouTube, and I built up a following and stuff. I'm always reluctant as I'm getting older to start talking about what I've done. I know a lot of people do it, and it's nice to celebrate your successes, but I always feel like deep down, no one's going to care about me saying, look at all the achievements I've done. And it can, sometimes you just get sick of hearing it on social media, people bragging about how much money they've made or what they've achieved or their YouTube channel. I think it's a lot better, I feel it's better to do it in the way that I do it. I can say that I've been successful at helping many people, right? But it hasn't been easy for me, and I'm sure the same for you. So from my experience, it has given me so much confidence and you know, life experience. But I have my issues as well. I struggle with anxiety. I suffer with depression on and off. I don't always feel confident despite spending many years becoming a confident person, right? So I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to be, but I am, you know, I am proud of myself and what I've done and the courage I've got, and I'm continuing. So anyway, I've gone on a tangent there. So in this video, something different that I've never done, right? And so yeah, so social media addiction, right, is the topic today, and I've made some notes here, right? And I think this is perfect timing with the second lockdown. And I really, more importantly than the information I'm going to share today, which will be helpful, I really want to know how everyone's getting on, if everyone's happy, fine, or if you're going through, I'm sure everyone's going through a challenge, right? But I just want to say, honestly, thank God I feel good today. I had a really 2 days of I felt terrible for the last two days, and I'll get into the reason. And I feel so happy today. It really is true. Sometimes we see posts all over the internet, and people say it's very important in life to find gratitude and be grateful, and we know it. But when you really feel it, you think, oh, thank God, I'm so happy that I feel good, or I'm just so happy to be alive and have good family and have an opportunity to achieve more in life, and just to be alive and have a house and food and stuff. So you can kind of hear how humbled I kind of been after 2 days of I just felt awful. And I wouldn't even say it was like a depression. I've been through loads of depressions. It was just, I just felt terrible. I actually started feeling physically sick. I started, I wasn't that worried, but I was wondering if I've come down with the virus. And now I feel I just feel like a different person. And I'll talk about things I did. So that gives you a bit of a background on what I'm about. Obviously, those of you that have followed me for a long time, you know me very well, so I haven't got to introduce myself. So that's kind of my story and what my thoughts are and values. And my goal with the channel and the videos has always been to help other people, to help themselves, to face their anxiety, build confidence. That's it, simple. So we've been through the first lockdown, right? And that was challenging. But I've got to say, I went out of my way to still find happiness during the first lockdown, right? And I did. And I did many different tasks that kept me going, like fitness, press-ups, going out for walks. Obviously I tried my best to follow the rules, but I still met up with friends. I made the YouTube videos. I'd done some studying with marketing and filmmaking. I tried to watch positive stuff and really got through it to the best of my ability. So when the second lockdown come, obviously I was like, not again. But I kind of felt like, okay, I've been through the first one, I can get through the second one. I was a bit complacent. So I don't know how it happened, but I'd say this week, without realising it, I just got into that rut of staying in too long. The only time I went out was literally to go down Tesco's to get a bit of food, or to go out and I think I met up with like 2 friends, right? But it just wasn't enough social time. And I spent hours in here in my room on the internet watching YouTube videos. And look, I'm not saying that it's bad to watch YouTube videos. I'm making one now. It's nothing wrong with watching some, but I got into that mode where I just watched hours and hours of boxing videos, and I watched the boxing fights in America. Then I started watching old fights, and I just kind of got into this mode where I just felt like I lost myself for a bit, and it just felt too much isolation. And then I started feeling really negative, and then I started overthinking, and my mind was just playing tricks on me. When your mind starts to make you feel like things are worse than they are, and brings you into some things in the past. It just distorts things. It just tells a lot of lies. And then I started eating a lot of snacks, a lot of cakes, chocolates, and that just made me feel terrible. So I didn't. What was strange to me was I was in such a good place before we went into the second lockdown, because I'm non-stop working on myself. Like, I encourage all of you and all my friends and people that I follow, and all you guys, you're all into this self-improvement stuff, right? Positivity, which I love. I believe in it. So I was in such a good place. I almost got a bit overconfident. With the second lockdown, I thought, well, you know what? Yeah, let me just stay in for a few days and kind of just get some films, watch the boxing, just be on my own. But I overdid it, and I didn't realise that all the positive habits that I was doing in the first lockdown that got me in a good place and maintained a good mental health and kind of kept my demons away, and kept my social anxiety away, made me feel great about myself and able to put this positive energy out to help other people, and just really getting on with my family, and just built a great foundation within the restrictions that we're all going through. I didn't realise that I stopped those habits in the second lockdown, because I kind of overlooked the lockdown because I was feeling happy, so I let my emotions deceive me. So a couple of days in, as I said, it's Monday now, when it got to Saturday evening, I just felt terrible. I just felt really low on energy. I can't explain it. Everyone's been through it, you're human. but I didn't feel right. And I was asking myself, what's wrong? Why am I feeling like this? You know, when I've got food, you know, you kind of go through a list. I've got friends, I've had success in the past. Okay, I've been through some challenges. I'm not the only one. The world doesn't revolve around me, obviously. Other people are going through things, but there's positive things. And I just couldn't understand. I've got everything that I need: food, shelter, internet, family, friends, an amazing following over YouTube. And why am I feeling so bad? And I'm beating myself up for feeling bad. It's just getting worse and worse. And I found it really hard to leave and go for a walk. And I always do my long walks, even when we're not in lockdown. You know, my dad used to take me out when I was younger, when I was a kid, and go on these long walks. I really believe in the power of walking. You know, it's common sense for your mental health, for your own sanity, your own well-being, and it's good exercise as well. So I just felt sluggish, and I was like, I feel down. I can't go to the gym because lockdown. I can't fully go out and, you know, socialize and meet people, even though that might be partially not true because of restrictions. You know, the restaurants are shut. I can't really date at the moment. Everything's closed down, and I'm just spending too much time, and I overdid it. And then my sleeping pattern was terrible. I was up all night till 6 in the morning, and then sleeping into the daytime, and then repeating the cycle. I was like, I gotta get out of this. I feel like I'm going into darkness. So it took me a while. Then I suddenly snapped out of it yesterday, and I thought, you know what? I need to get back to common sense and the basics. Of course, I feel down and low energy, depressed, because I have hardly been going out the house. You know, I'm not going for a walk. I'm spending too much hours, and there's nothing wrong with spending hours on the internet or watching boxing videos, because everything that I watch is positive, and I really appreciate the people that I watch on YouTube and the interactions I have on the social media. Personally, they're always really genuine. I'm not into fake stuff and playing games. I don't do all that. If people want to do it, that's their choice. So my interactions with friends and family is always really positive, right? So so what I did was, I thought, sod this. I'm not going to complain. I don't want to be a victim. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself, but I've got to change this. So last night, I made a list of 4 things that I'm going to do today, right? And they're simple things. The first one was to go and wash my clothes in the laundrette, right? I need to wash all my clothes in the laundry. Wash my clothes. I shower twice every day anyway, but have a shower, you know, freshen myself up, wash my hair, you know, go for a 2-hour walk. I've got here, eat some Nando's, that's another story. Make a video. So I got up this morning, I got up at 5 in the morning, and I'm not joking, guys and girls, I felt so good for being up early, breaking that pattern, you know, of sleeping in all day and getting my routine back. And then I ate some pasta in the morning, went out, did my washing, come back, had a shower, put some nice clean clothes on, and I've never felt so grateful in many years, you know, without, I'm not sounding like I'm overdoing it, but I just felt so happy to be able to get out. And I realised sometimes we do overcomplicate our problems and our fears. I just had to get out, and you know, I just had to unplug from the laptop. And it's not pinpointing, oh, it's YouTube, it's Facebook. It was just, I had to just get off the laptop, because it was literally getting headaches. You know, my eyes were aching. I was feeling like I'm coming down. That's why I thought I was coming down with the coronavirus, even though I don't think I have it, right? Now I haven't got any symptoms of feeling like that. I think my mind and my body just got to a point where it couldn't take any more of being in front of the internet. You know, there's only so many hours you can watch anything. You know, even for someone who watches my videos, it wouldn't be healthy to watch my videos for 8 hours a day or 4 hours. There is a balance of everything. So of course it's okay to go on social media. So I'm going to go out for a 2-hour walk, and it really made me realise. I've made some notes here. So these are some of the notes, right, to change it. You know, staying in your house too long is not good for your mental health. You know, eating too much snacks is going to make you feel terrible. Constantly checking the phone, you know, because I get a lot of messages. Most people do, right? You don't have to have a following on the internet, but I get messages on every platform: WhatsApp, phone, you know, sometimes calls from other places I don't know. And I just had to get away from all of it. So basically, the moral of the story is to set little tasks and get out of the house and unplug, and go for a couple of hours walk. And I wrote here some positive things: help others, which I always do every day, and break the negative pattern. And it's interesting because initially I was really enjoying it. I was really enjoying eating a few snacks, chocolates, you know, letting my hair down, you know, watching the boxing. I was in such a good, positive place, but it got to a point where it changed. And I realised, you know, not to sound naive, but even though the things I'm saying are common sense, for a lot of us, they're not common practice, and that's why we end up feeling depressed. And that's when you can start getting things which I call situational social anxiety, depression. And now I just feel like a different person. I'll be honest, I even made a video during that period, and I really enjoyed the video, but when I looked at how I thought, I can't upload this video. I looked terrible, so depressed in the video. My mood was so low, I just thought, I can't put that out on the channel. That's going to depress people. So I can't believe the turnaround. I've got myself out of that place and feeling good again, just through taking a through these, you know, practical procedures. So I'm sure a lot of you, you know, would have felt the way I felt, and it was honestly, it got to a point where I don't usually publicly share too much of my own faith. I don't feel that's right. I don't want to push my belief in God on other people. But I actually said a prayer, I'll be honest. I just said a prayer, please God, yesterday, just help me to get out of this. I'm grateful for everything. Thank you. I still found gratitude. And it's like my prayers were answered, because today I just feel like a different person. And now I know in future to not let myself get into that rut of overdoing it. And that's the kind of rule of thumb for anything in life, even things that are positive. And, you know, it really made me understand addiction, you know, and how it can be too much, and you don't realize it coming sometimes. It's just like a gradual thing where you watch another video, you know, you have another snack. And it was funny because there was a few times I was going to go out and I was like, oh, I'll leave it, it's raining, oh, we're in lockdown anyway, and it was I'm so thankful to have got out of it. And it would be great if this video could help anyone who's going through any depression or anxiety. And it, like I said, it wasn't even really a depression, it was more just, it was just an overconsumption of being on the computer, sorry, and just getting, I wouldn't even say like my thinking was negative, it was just repetitive. You know, when you can't stop thinking the same thing, it's very intrusive. Like you just keep thinking about the same thing, like your life, you, and it's just too much. And now I just feel like my brain's recharged. I feel re-energized, I feel good, I feel positive, I feel happy, and it's such a relief, such a relief. So I thought I'm going to make a video. I always try and use every negative experience I have and turn it into a positive. You know, I always try and use any challenge and whatever form that's in. So I did 2 positive things as well, and this might help a lot of you to do it. You don't have to copy me, but I wrote a short article on my YouTube channel in the community section. Some of you read it, I appreciate it, about my feelings and stuff and to help other people. And I've made this video today. And I'm not going to let myself slip again and fall back into that addictive pattern. And that's a rule of thumb for life, because at the end of the day, I probably was making excuses. Just because we're in a lockdown, it doesn't mean you have to stay in your house every hour of every day and you know, and just go mental with the amount of videos I was watching. You can still go out for a walk, and for most part, if I'd have done that, I wouldn't have gone into that dark place. But I didn't do it because, like I said, I thought, well, I'm happy, and things can change. So that's it. And I think the moral of the story is that it's okay, obviously, to watch social media. There's a hell of a lot of positives. Obviously, I wouldn't have got to speak to you guys, meet so many good people, and develop and you know, and do my passion. But at the same time, there is a balance between knowing enough is enough. So I hope that can help people become fearless. Let me know in the box below if you've gone through any things like this in the lockdown. It's made you realise things that you need to change, because I always love that when you any time you can get out of feeling down or demotivated or negative and get yourself into a positive place, I always think that's success. People often ask what is success, and I could define it in many ways, and you guys and girls can share with me how you define success. But I think success is being able to get yourself out of a negative predicament through personal development, self-discipline, positivity, gratitude, and get yourself back into a place of feeling good again, and to help other people. All right, become fearless.